Hey everyone, Inverum here with NumGums from Seton Hall to talk about the experience of going to the semifinals, exploring more adventures with League of Legends here with ESL, Collegiate, all these schools from the Big East. Welcome, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you about you?
We're trucking on through, getting used to adapting to all the work from home, and for you, of course, it's playing from home now. How has that affected you too much going to this? I know a lot of players like didn't have setups necessarily that they could use at home. Was that an issue for you at all?
I always had a nice setup, but it's definitely something to be said about playing in a gaming room with your teammates next to you and like being able to like talk in person after games, and it's definitely a weird change.
For sure. I mean, obviously, you guys, a lot of these schools now have these really awesome facilities on campus. You have some coaches and you have staff, and now you're sort of going back to the roots of what a lot of this sort of, especially collegiate esports competition. I mean, I used to work in an event called Heroes of the Dorm, where players literally used to be playing from their dorm rooms, and now I guess you guys are kind of experiencing that a little bit. I guess for you guys, for teammates, synergy, cohesion, do you think it's affecting you too much, or are you starting to overcome it?
Um, I think at first like it's a little rusty when everyone's getting back home. Some people don't have the best internet either, which is kind of tough. But once everyone got their issues sorted out and we started getting some scrims under our belts, it felt pretty good. I think the biggest issue is like usually in games, me and I've earned in this rank, and we do most of the shot calling, and I think people are more receptive to that when somebody's sitting right next to them versus over a call. But once we work through it, I mean, like it's been turning out pretty well.
Well, I was gonna say follow up here. How have the games been going for you guys so far? Obviously, you guys have made it to this point in the competition, so I'm guessing pretty well.
Yeah, it was tough in the beginning of the season. We were one of the few teams affected by an early spring break. So we actually lost 4 games without a full squad, um, and we actually only lost our first game as a full squad the other yesterday. I think we're very strong once when we're at full strength, and we're really excited about playoffs. It's going to be a lot of tough competition.
Oh, for sure. No, I mean, all these goals again. We've seen them now over multiple seasons, but I think going back to your point earlier on about not having that full roster, I know it surprised us on the desk. We were shocked, to see sort of you guys be as inconsistent as you were. Obviously, you guys play with a beyond 5-man roster. What is it like fitting in these other players into things? Not even that they're necessarily, an A team and a B team, but what is it just like? You have a five that you're comfortable with. How do you make these other players feel welcome on the squad?
Well, we're all really good friends. We have like we actually when we were at school, we used to go to like this sushi place once every couple weeks just to like do team bonding. Um, the guys are great. The subs are awesome. I know for me personally and for our coach, we're seniors, so we're graduating. So just transitioning some of the freshmen and some of the younger guys into the starting roster is a big thing for us. And adjusting positions and stuff. I know I personally have played like 3 or 4 positions for the team just because I like to fill in for them. But the guys are awesome. Like even if you're a sub, it doesn't really feel like you're a sub because they're in every call, they're in every meeting, they're watching every game, they have input. So we try not to alienate people from a starting five versus a sub, like being a sub. It's all one big team, and that's what's important to us.
Yeah, no, it really feels like the community and the family of it is awesome. And going out for sushi every couple of weeks just for team bonding, I can certainly get on board with that. And we were sort
Yeah.
of chatting about this a little bit before the call, and the idea, you were Nummy Warrior for so many years. Talk about the transition, the growth, the graduation to NumGums.
Ugh. Well, as a kid, Nummy Warrior actually came from I had a blanket named Nummy. It's like a little like childish thing I had. So
Yeah,
as like a 10-year-old, his name was I had a blanket named Nummy, so I just put Warrior after it, and that was my name for 10 years. And I've been playing League since beta almost. So I had this name and I was really attached to it. It's like kind of like who I am at this point. But I don't know, I just felt like I grew up recently over the last couple of years and I wanted a little bit of a change, but I wanted to keep the roots of what I had. So I just came up with NumGums, and then people started calling me NumGuns because I flexed on one of the streams at one point. And
nice.
yeah, it's just I think I just as a person gets older, they might change their name. It just happens.
Oh man, I like it, but I like hearing the etymology of some of these different handles. as they've evolved over the years. I'm pretty sure that's the correct word for that. Maybe I'm talking on my
Yeah,
butt. I don't know. But
sounds
either
good to
way,
me.
man, yeah, it sounds good. You're coming into this, fourth seed into the semifinals. You've made it here. My final question: who is the team you are most looking forward to playing, and why?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think we're always looking forward to playing Villanova because we have a rivalry just between schools. Um, I think the stiffest competition is probably going to be DePaul. We always struggle with DePaul. I know they've made a couple roster changes, which seem a little confusing to me at first because they don't have Brandon Darius anymore. Um, we were actually surprised that we're playing St. John's in the first round, and I'm surprised St. John's got the first seed because they lost Pinky or Pike um, because of the current climate of things. And honestly, it's I'm gonna say final answer is DePaul. I'm really looking forward to playing them.
No, this is great. I got a little bit of info on all the different teams. No, that's the perfect answer, man. Yeah, DePaul, we were all a little bit confused at the start of the season, but it looks like they've really been able to rally. I feel like a lot of our top teams sort of have had that story, struggling a little bit earlier on and then finding their footing as the season's progressed.
Yeah, especially because we haven't played DePaul during the regular season either. So this would be well as a full roster. So this would be the first time we'd be facing them as at full strength. So yeah, we're really curious to see how that would go. We haven't been able to scrim them lately. I don't know if they haven't been answering us or if they're afraid or whatever, but or if they don't want to give up any secrets about what they're
Oh,
doing. But
ooh.
we're excited to play whoever at this point.
Awesome. Well, best of luck in the matches. We're going to do some highlights and stuff of the games, try to get those out on social media so the fans can keep up to date. So I'm excited for those.
Cool. Thank you so much, and quick shout out to the Bird Boys, all my family watching. Means a lot that everyone is supporting me when I'm playing video games.
Awesome. Well, best of luck.
Thank you.